after this.
So welcome, everyone. I just forgot I needed to do this too. Oh, good. It's not going to kick me off. Yay, it didn't kick me off. Sometimes I'll switch to airplane mode and I'll lose the music. Keep me on today. First of all, thank you for showing up because I only had 2 people in the last class. And I was like, I don't know what's happening with Gentle, but I hope someone shows up. So I'm glad you did. We all need our yoga, and this will hopefully put you in a nice, Zen type place before you go home and start doing cooking, or before you travel, or before you just go and veg out, right? Because we're all have our own ideas about what Thanksgiving is, and it's okay to change tradition. It's okay to not celebrate at all. You have the liberty to do so. So today's practice is going to be some movement, but we're going to restore at the very end. So we're going to save the restorative for the tail end of the practice so that we can move in the beginning and maybe work some stress out, work a little worry out of our minds, and get a little looser and a little bendier and breathing a little easier so that when we do relax, we're just kind of relishing that opportunity. Our theme for today, I think earlier this week, was I talking about the whole paradigm shift? I think that was my lesson plan. I can't really remember. If it was, this is kind of an offshoot of that. So last week I was talking about listening to a podcast, and she was saying, how everything has become so divisive and everything is so black or white. And she was like, remember that there's a lot of gray area in the middle, and within the gray area could be the silver lining. And I loved hearing that. I was like, yes. And so it made me think of this lesson plan for today, and I'm going to get really woo with you, okay? So take it or leave it. But there is a division, and I'm not talking politically here. I'm talking about religiously and spiritually right now, between kind of the idea of what's happening in the world, right? Everybody wants to know the answers. What's really happening? What's the truth? And what's happening behind the scenes? And so there's this idea with, say, certain religious people that think this is the end times. Oh, this is revolutions coming into play. Oh, this is happening. This is the end of the world. And there's a lot of spiritualists that are saying, oh, this is the end of the world as we know it. But we're actually evolving and ascending to a whole different dimension. And so from the spiritualist standpoint, if we're moving from 3rd dimensional reality into a 5th dimensional reality, we're actually changing into more light bodies. It won't be as dense. There won't be things as heavy, right? And we're seeing even the planetary changes with this that are happening even with the Earth. And of course, the religious take on it is, okay, this is going to be the end, and it's going to be the whole idea of the judgment. And either you're staying or you're going, or you may be going off planet. There's all this crazy stuff, right? So what if the answer was in the middle? What if, within all the gray area, the silver lining is there? Because if you're thinking about 5th dimensional reality and the fact that we're more light bodies, more light beings, not as karmically tied to our past, we're suffering, then it's going to be like heaven on earth, right? So think about what happened in December of 2020. 2020 was already a big year, but in December of 2020, we had a big astrological event. Do you remember what it was? It was the Christmas star. Do you remember all the hype about the Christmas star? Maybe it's just me to follow astrology, but the Christmas star came about, and it was actually Jupiter, because some of the brightest stars that we see in the sky, depending on how the Earth is turning and how things are changing in the heavens, then certain brighter stars are planets. And you even get out your app and say, oh my God, that's not a star, that's Venus, or that's Jupiter. Well, it happened to be Jupiter. And Jupiter was in a certain sign. And anyway, the historians and the astrologers were saying, this is the same event or the same star or placement in the sky when Jesus was born. That happened in 2020. And so there's a song back in from the 70s, this is the age of Aquarius, right? So it was all about moving into the age of Aquarius. It's more about more divine feminine energy coming in. It's the end of the patriarchal world. It's the end of the density and the dark forces that kind of have held a grasp over us, and we're literally lightening up. And it doesn't seem like that right now because everything's disheveled and uncomfortable, and there's so much unknown and so much change and so many what ifs and so much mistruths that we're trying to weed our way through it and navigate ourselves through all this change. But what if, and this is what the spiritual people and the astrologers are saying, what if that silver lining is, this is the new coming of Jesus, not him as a person or a master teacher necessarily, but it's Christ consciousness being reborn. So this is exciting me. Do you see my smile? I get excited because if you think about what Christ consciousness represents, it represents peace. Not just peace, he was a peacemaker. Not just love, but unconditional love. The full realm of forgiveness. No grudges. He didn't hold grudges. He didn't hold grudge towards one of his best friends that betrayed him, right? He didn't hold the grudge. He didn't hold the grudge towards the thieves that were alongside him on the cross. Like total forgiveness, total peace, total love. And I know we're not seeing it in the world yet, but it's coming. And what if it's coming? Let's just say it's coming, because everything starts with thought. So one of the most ancient scriptures ever found, watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your habits, they lead to the reality or the destiny that we're experiencing. It all begins with thought. So instead of thinking apocalyptic doom and gloom, no, think peace, love, heaven on earth, like all these great, wonderful, glorious things coming. And I look at Jesus as being the most perfect yogi. He was a yogi. If you study his teachings, he was teaching yoga. He didn't call it yoga, but it was yoga. All right, enough of that soapbox. All right, that's our theme for today. So let's roll down to our backs. Have your strap close by and rest your hands on your belly. When you come down to your back, separate your feet, maybe hip width or wider. Flip-flop the feet in and out for a moment, and that will help to loosen up the legs. It'll also help to loosen the hips. And then once you come back into stillness and your feet are turned away from your midline, check in with your low back. Sense how your low back is feeling in the now, and if it's uncomfortable, if it's giving you any grief, bend your knees so that your low back can flatten a little bit more. With your hands resting on your belly, start to notice it rising on your inhale and deflating on the exhale. Consciously control the breath so it's under your command. Allowing the breath to grow stronger and improving its texture, its quality. Allowing the breath to connect you more to your body. Allowing the breath to tap you into your heart, which is the seat of the soul. Look at your breath as being sacred. Sacred for sustaining your life. For giving this body animation, for giving your mind imagination. And set your intention to practice with a state of mindfulness as we explore our movement today. Now let's go ahead and inhale, glide the feet closer together. And as you exhale, draw your right knee in towards your abdomen and chest, and your hands can hug it in. Now with your hands on top of your shin, it's going to create more flexion in the knee. So if you need to cater to your knee, it's okay to wrap your hands under your thigh to hug in. So you're still getting that compression in your belly. So you're still lengthening the lumbar area of your back and still flushing out this hip. All right, now let's take a hold of the strap, unroll it, and wrap it around the sole of the foot. Allow the ends of the strap to dangle down into your hands. And then push the foot skyward. Press the foot into the fabric. And at the same time, you're gently tugging on the strap to keep the flexion in the ankle. Spread your toes even. Now activate your left leg. Push out through your left heel. Drop down through your left thigh bone. Find your edge of flexibility with your hamstring. This is the supine variation of Padangusthasana A. This is a safe way to open up the back of the legs if you're ever down on your back or need to be cautious with your back. Sometimes when we receive ailments in the lower body, in the first chakra, we say to be in the question, is there anything prohibiting you from moving forward or taking your next step towards some sort of change or direction? That's the spiritual lesson of the first chakra. Now that we've been working out some tension here, bring both ends of the strap into your right hand. Let your left hand hold down your left hip and sail the right leg open to the right side of the room. Now let the leg hover above the ground. Try to keep your pelvis even instead of allowing it to turn or rotate. Stretching out through the inseam of the leg, through the inner thigh especially, and getting this external rotation from the hip. Take one last deep breath here. And then inhale, lift the leg overhead, swap the hands to hold the strap. Take your right arm out to your right side shoulder height. You're still on your low back. Even though the leg teetered across the body, working in that IT band, push the mount of the big toe into the strap again. Notice how it fires it up more if you want it. If you don't want it, don't press so hard. Take one more deep breath. As you exhale, let your leg continue to roll over the body as you descend towards your left hip, taking a spinal twist. Feel your low back pick away from the floor, but keep your right shoulder connected to the ground. We're working into a couple main meridians here, with the stomach meridian and the gallbladder meridian. Inhale, lift the leg back up overhead. And exhale, bend the knee, send the foot to the floor, and slide the leg out in front. The strap can go beside you. We're hugging the left knee in initially. The hands are either laced on top or under the knee, dependent upon your body and the condition of this knee. You might even notice a variance in your hips. Like right now, I can tell something's stuck in my left hip. You may have felt it on the previous side. The hips correlate to anything work-related, But it also ties in with finances and relationships. All right, now let's take the strap and let's wrap it around the sole of the foot. Sail that leg skyward, flexing to the ankles, spreading through the toes, holding this simple variation of Padangusthasana. Activate the right leg. Find your edge of flexibility. And then monitor your breath. The breath will keep you present. It will help to maintain that state of mindfulness so that you can make better choices on deepening or releasing or modifying if need be. So now take your strap into your left hand, your right hand's gonna hold down your right hip. Come to Padangusthasana B, taking the leg over to the left. The navel is still facing the ceiling. The breath is still rolling, but affirm mentally inside your mind. Left and right, and all around. Life's harmonies are mine. Left and right, and all around. Life's harmonies are mine. Inhale, lift the leg back up, swap hands to hold the strap, free up your left hand. Send the leg, just teeter it across your navel, across the belly. Pushing the foot more into the strap if you want a little more sensation. You may or may not need more sensation. Take another in-breath, and as you exhale, go ahead and roll towards your right hip. Send that leg on across, but let it hover above the floor. And breathe. Nice. Inhale, bring the leg back up overhead. Exhale, bend the knee, remove that strap, set the foot to the floor. Bend both knees, roll over to one side of your body, and come up to take a seat. When you come up to take a seat, sit however is comfortable for the lower body. I'm going to sit in a modified Siddhasana. Your fingertips are going to land alongside your hips, and you're going to really lift through the chest. As you exhale, lower your right ear towards your right shoulder. And then pick up the left hand and hover the fingertips. Feel that thread. It's getting a nice stretch from the neck to the shoulder. When these threads get too tight, it can lead to tension and migraine headaches. So we're just trying to work some of that out. On your next out breath, descend the hand, inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, take your left ear towards the left shoulder. Pick up your right hand, extend long through the fingers. Breathe slowly and deeply. And then relax the hand down and inhale, lift the head up. Good, inhale, take that right arm or left arm, reach it up overhead. I'm trying to mirror you. Slide your right hand over and curve to one side. Stay grounded on your seat. Feel that sensation starting to pull up to your side waist, maybe into your side intercostals, maybe in the outseam of the shoulder. Now you can stay right here as you are, or you can cup a hold of the back side of your head with your hand If you do that, start to pull the shoulder back, pivot the heart center more skyward, and look sharply through the left corner of the eye. Takes it a little bit deeper. Affirming strength and courage fills up my body cells. Inhale, let's exit out. And exhale, lower the hand. Inhale, lift the right arm. Exhale, slide your left hand across and curve. Taking a simple side bend. I like to do a side bend at the early part of the practice because it helps to open up the breath more. The breath is the heart of yoga. The breath is the greatest gift we've been given from the divine. So you can choose to be here, or you can choose to take it a little deeper, holding the backside of your head, turning the chest open, looking sharply through the right corner of the eyes for a little eye yoga. Inhale, gently come back up to the top and exhale, lower the hands. All right. Bring your strap with you. We're coming up to stand. Come up to stand and hold the strap. We're going to start off holding the strap pretty wide. Look down at your feet, solidify them down, line up your leg bones, and lift the arms up overhead. And at first, just be here. So you're going to feel like you're kind of in a Y shape. And just notice with your arms lengthening overhead how the muscles alongside your spine, they're called the erector muscles, are engaging. You might even feel that natural Uddiyana Bandha, the lifting action in the transverse abdominis muscles as well. And on your next exhalation, you're going to start to lean the shoulders back. Now, if you get stuck and you can't go any farther, you're going to slide one hand across the strap until you can meet at a place where the strap is just behind the shoulder blades. Now breathe into your chest and feel how it's opening up this connective tissue where your arms meet your torso. This is good for breast health. This is good for the lymphatic system. Stretching the pec muscles. And then exhale, lower the strap down towards the buttocks. Good, inhale, come back up, pause briefly. Opening the heart, lifting the arms back overhead, and then exhale, bring the strap down. We're gonna do one more with the strap before we let it go. Just fold it in half. Then you're gonna hold it behind you, shoulder distance apart. So the arms are closer together. So let your hands kind of touch your outer thighs, and then you're gonna roll the shoulder blades back. Yep. Once you loop the shoulders back, you're gonna pick up the strap. Now, if you wanna stay here, stay here. If you wanna bend the knees and press the tailbone back and lower over your lap, head dangling towards the knees, arms radiating up towards the sunlight, you can be here. So there's choices. One last breath. And then press through the soles of the feet, straighten out through your leg bones, come all the way up, and you can let go of the strap. All right, so we're getting open today. Anytime we open the shoulders, we're also in essence opening up the heart. All right, so standing tall, inhale, lifting your right arm skyward. Exhale, let me turn this way so I don't confuse you. Reach towards the wall behind you, gaze towards the light from the windows, and then as you exhale, lower the arm down beside you and face the front. Inhale, left arm's gonna lift next. Go ahead and take it towards the back wall, feel that rotation, good, and continue to lower the arm and turn back to face the front, right side. The inhale lifts and cranks it back, and then the exhale takes it down, and you face the front. Left arm. Good, third round. I love hearing the breath, by the way. I was doing this in the store the other day. I was probably being looked at like, what's this crazy person doing? Hands to prayer position at the heart. Step to the front of your mat if you're not already. And sweep the arms to your sides and up overhead. As you exhale, bring the hands down your midline, start to fold into your Uttanasana. Separate your hands, bow your head, Uttanasana. Just let your head dangle. Let your feet solidify to the floor. And equalize your weight and balance between the two sides. Inhale, slide your hands up your shins, stretch out through the vertebrae. And as you exhale, slowly fold back in. Now on your next inhale, feel free to use blocks if you want to step the left foot back. The right knee is going to lunge. So I was demoing with blocks at first, but you don't have to use blocks, you can use your fingertips. We're gonna ground the left hand, so either taking it onto the block or the floor. We're gonna carry the right arm skyward, so we're taking a deeper twist this go round. Keep the right knee lunging, keep the back leg straight, push lightly into your back half and heel. Beautiful. Take an additional breath. And as you exhale, lower the right hand. When you're ready, step the back foot forward and immediately step your right foot way back into your lunge. Again, blocks or not, your choice. If you use blocks, set them below your shoulders and hands. Solidify your right hand. Take the left arm out and up for a revolving twist. Spinning that navel towards the bent knee. Pushing lightly into your back calf and heel. Finding somewhere to set your eyes for your point of concentration, and then exhale, lower the left hand. Spring the back foot forward. Fold back in, Uttanasana, you're standing forward, fold. Root down through the soles of the feet, inhale, sweep the arms to your sides and up to Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, Samasthiti, hands come back to prayer. All right. Inhale, the arms circle up. Exhale, we're deepening the twist. So both arms are included this time. Inhale, bring the arms back up, face the front. Exhale, twist to the left, separating the hands out. You got it. Inhale, turning to face me. And exhale to the right, to the windows. Inhaling up. Exhale to the left. Notice how when you lift your arms, it helps to lengthen your back, which is what we need when we go into a twist to lubricate the spinal disc. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist left. Good. Inhale, back to the front. Exhale, hands forward down. Uttanasana, you're standing forward fold. And halfway up. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, close back down and in. All right, inhale, we're taking the left foot back again. We're not going to do the same twist, something similar but different. Solidify your left hand. Turn your right toes and roll to the outer edge of the right foot so the knee wings away from the body and send your right arm skyward. Now it's important, we went over this Monday, how important it is when we're landing on one hand to push the ground away from you with that hand in order to stabilize your arm and shoulder. Exhale, turn your right foot, lower the right hand. Cautiously bring the back foot forward and lower back down. Inhale, this time stepping the right foot back. Solidify your right hand, roll open from the left foot to the left knee to the left hip. This is called Soma lunge. It's kind of like winged dragon, if you're familiar with yin. All right, exhale, turn back to the sole of the left foot, lower the left hand, spring the back foot forward, And bow over and down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands to heart center. All right, we're changing it up. We're stacking onto the left leg. We're lifting the right knee and taking a hold of it with the left hand. Inhale the right arm skyward. Exhale, twist to the right. If the twisting is too much for you, or if you're coming back from, say, knee surgery, this might be a better option to just face the front and follow Mary Beth's example. Just do Padangusthasana A. Good, right arm up. Exhale, hand and knee down. All right, little challenge, right? All right, stacking 10 on the right side. Cup a hold of your left knee with your right hand. Inhale, let your left arm lift. Exhale, send it towards the back wall. And gaze off to the left. Unless you need Padangusthasana A. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, hand and foot down. Whew, okay. Hands to heart. I was impressed, Trisha. Arm circle up. Exhale, fold. In and halfway up. Out and lower back down in. All right, one more lunge. Inhale, step back, left foot. All right, so for those of you coming back from knee surgery, you're probably best to stay here, okay? Unless you just really want to, just explore. All right, we're gonna get really heavy through the right foot, and the rest of us are gonna bring the hands to prayer. Then we're going to twist, bringing the elbow to the right knee, and twisting is a little bit deeper. There's other variations of this twist if you don't want your hands to prayer. Good, exhale and one. Left foot steps through. Right foot steps back. Pound down through the left foot. Bring your hands together at the heart. Hover over the front leg. Rotate to your left. Use the elbow as leverage to dial the heart towards your thumbs. Most importantly, breathe. All right, exhale and one. Step the back foot forward. Lower the head and the heart. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, we're doing one more of those twists. Now, if you want to go to a wall for this, and if you want to straighten the front leg, you could go to a wall, stack the foot up, bring the arms up, and then twist like this, okay? If you want to use a wall. If you don't want to use the wall, and this was enough of a challenge, you're going to come back to this pose. If you want even more of a challenge, then once you get here, you can find the foot, straighten the leg, and be here. It's not gentle, which is why I gave you the other two options, because if you truly want to be gentle, you're holding the knee or using the wall, okay? So yeah, perfect. If you're using the wall, lift your right foot to the wall. I'm gonna use the wall too if you don't like it. Otherwise, hold your right knee or straighten it out with your left hand. Beautiful. Lift your arms up, unless you're holding that foot, and then we'll twist right. Other twist. You almost had it. Nice, Kelly. Very example. Good. Exhale, release, and you can bounce off the wall. It's fun with the wall, isn't it? It is. You can use it at your deck, by the way. This is what I do on my deck. I do yoga. All right, left foot up. Just think this, your foot could be on the railing somewhere. It doesn't have to be this high either. It could be low or high. All right, when you're ready, decide which one you're doing. And then start the pose. Love it, Debbie. Good, relax your arms, turn back. And bounce off the mat. Awesome. Okay, back to the top of the mat, hands to heart. We got some warm bodies in here today. I'm sweating here. Of course, this is thick. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, feel the difference now after those twists and open shoulders to dive down. Inhale, step back, plank. And I think we'll be fine without the chair with this. So stack shoulders, elbows, wrists. Good, exhale, draw in from the navel, fly the hips in the air, and create that inverted V shape of down dog. Feel as though someone has a strap tied up underneath your hips and they're lifting you up towards the ceiling. Your head is bowed between the arms. You're looking in the direction of your feet. And then inhale, come back, plank. Providing some strength to your bones and muscles. Provide some fuel through the power of the breath. And then exhale, downward facing dog. We're just doing 3 sets of these. Notice the angle of your head being lower than your heart. It's a good refreshment for the mind. Inhale, come forward, plank. Notice which one is easier, which one is harder. All right, exhale, down dog. Maybe down dog is easier because the weight is more distributed between the legs and the arms. All right, when you're ready, you're coming forward to plank and you're coming all the way down, 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 down to the belly. And untuck your toes. All right, have your hands up underneath your shoulders, but then roll the shoulders back like we were doing with the strap earlier. Let your elbows hug into your side body and let your leg bones shoot back. Glue the tops of the feet to the floor. Contract your buttocks and inhale, lift to cobra. Bhujangasana. Or on the diaphragm. That helps us to breathe. So stay in command over your breath because this does get a little challenging to breathe. But affirm here, I rise joyfully to greet each and every new opportunity. Good. As you exhale, you're going to lower and you're going to separate your arms out and lower to your right cheek. And you're going to float the feet in the air. And then you're just going to swish your shins and feet from left to right, going back and forth, loosening up the low back, the hips, the buttocks. Come back to center. Lower the feet. Turn back towards the chin. Slide your arms out. And then inhale, lift to locust. So the legs are up, the head, the chest is up. Breathe. And gently bring the goddess arms down, lower to your left cheek. Bring the feet up. Same thing, just rocking the shins and feet from side to side. Lower the feet gently down. You're going to create a fist. And the fists are going to go, I'm going to show you from here, either side of the pubic bone. So right here.
And that's gonna give you a little bit of a platform. You can rest on your chin or brow, and you're fine. Just your legs up. Just your legs and feet. Lengthen and lift at the same time. Most importantly, breathe. And then exhale, lower the feet down. For those of you coming back from knee surgery, you're gonna cross your arms and provide a headrest here in crocodile. For those with healthy knees, your hands are gonna go under your shoulders. You're lifting up and pushing back into child's pose. Balasana. Still over. Relax and breathe. And I want you to imagine yourself in this community, being in this world where unity consciousness reigns. Unity consciousness is the same idea as Christ consciousness, just as a different term. Imagine there being more kindness, more compassion, more love, more peace, more truth, more forgiveness, more light, more cooperation, more harmony. Releasing and relaxing away from all outer involvements into your own inner haven peace. Slide your hands in. And slowly start to build your way up. All right, so you guys have been, I know this is called gentle restorative, but you guys have wanted more movement than restorative. So I'm going to honor that. If any week you need more restorative, come in and say, I want more restorative, and I'm happy to oblige. I love restorative. Place 2 blocks at the back of the create a slide. I'm gonna grab a blanket. That one. So your blanket's gonna be used in one of 2 different ways. One way is to just roll it. I'll show you both. These are different. And so your back will be on the slide and the blanket can support your knees. And Denny, I want you to see, he does his lower, and I've done that before too. I like that too. Do you see how he puts his on the baby and the middle height versus the mama and the papa height? I heard a teacher call it once, mama bear, papa bear, baby bear. It made sense to me because we're looking for the Goldilocks approach. So which one do you prefer? Just right. You want it to be just right. Okay, the other way to do this is to, well, just watch me first and you'll probably know once you see what I'm doing, which one you would like. Soles of the feet together if you want more hip stuff. Now you'll curl the ends of the blanket so that you can tuck them under your calves. So your legs can be straight or bent. The slide can be higher or lower. I'll let you decide. Now with restorative poses, we are looking for, again, that Goldilocks approach. What is just right for us? I'm gonna change out this music while you settle in.
Close and rest your eyes once you get settled physically. And then remember that this truly is one of the more powerful, more potent times in our practice. Give your mind and body permission to rest and to rest easy. We've put in the work already. Now it's time for the benefits to be assimilated and integrated within. This also gives you an opportune time to go within to stay present and to meditate on one thing. Maybe it's just listening for the music. Maybe it's following the in and outflow of your breath. Or perhaps it's imagining a symbol or reciting a mantra or affirmation. But use some sort of meditational technique to calm your nervous system, to reset yourself, and to get into that Zen zone. home to our center, have created the state of calm. We are less fearful and less reactive. We feel more at home, at peace in our bodies. We can trust and surrender to what is. I hope you have discovered this for yourself. Let's begin to deepen our breath. And as you enliven your breath, begin to wake up your body. Maybe some gentle movement in your hands and feet. Now, if you're on the taller slide and your legs are straightened out, you can just push down through your palms and rise straight up. If you're lower to the ground, you may need to roll over and then sit up. Once you come to sit, let's go ahead and join our palms together, this gesture of grace and gratitude. This gesture that means my soul sees and recognizes your soul. My light honors your light. Since tomorrow is Thanksgiving, my favorite quote about gratitude is this. Meister Eckhart once said, if the only prayer we ever said was thank you, that would be enough. So just think for a moment about one place, situation, thing, or person you're grateful for. I know it's hard to just pick one. But after you pick that one item or person, consider 3 ways that make you grateful for that. And with just that one thing, branching off into 3 more things, this could splinter off into many. And it's a way for you to appreciate the blessings that you already have in your life. And gratitude is said to be a magnet for miracles and manifestations. So let's leave today in our Zen zone with a grateful heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. All of you for showing up. Thank you for finding us. And driving from Murfreesboro. And